and today we are going to watch a bunch of naked men in a basement. Let's check it out.
Does anyone want to be forthcoming on what's going on?
This is like an apocalypse. An areola apocalypse.
Anyone. Because you got to see it from my perspective.
Yeah.
What the did I just walk into?
Every first-time chatter here would be
Police
like...
and firefighters responded to the Alpha Delta Phi fraternity house after a fire alarm went off.
Okay, so I never really understood this. I think it's called hazing. And if you like go to like a fraternity or a sorority, you have to like prove yourself that like you're cool enough and loyal enough to be there. So like, I guess their hazing is that they have to stand in a basement naked, like weapon style.
Yeah.
This is crazy dad lore, by the way. Thank you, sir.
Pretty good, how are you? Good.
They held the door open for me. This is a huge house, by the way. Like, and these are just on campus? I don't know. I was the president of the anime club. I don't know about this. Hello, sir. Can you put a shirt on?
Hey, guys. What's going on here? What's going on?
While downstairs checking the fire alarm, officers stumble upon a fraternity hazing situation.
Oh.
Sam's house. Yeah, I'll definitely need 133 here. This is the alarm here.
Dude, I feel bad that they like wasted everybody's time though. Like, I think it's funny to be down there and be naked and just like hanging out with your bros, maybe drinking some Mountain Dews and Sody Pops. But like, don't waste the authorities' time.
All right, who's in charge?
Is nobody saying anything?
Looks like we have
This is weird.
quite a bit of hazing. So I'm gonna ask again, who's in charge?
We can talk upstairs.
No, we're gonna talk right here. Who's in charge?
Oh. Who is in charge of the naked men? We need to know.
A couple of us are. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, well, we need to find someone who's in charge, because this is ridiculous. Hey, this stops here, guys.
Wait, they're blindfolded? Oh my god!
This is a police department. This stops here.
What are they covered
Who's in charge?
They're upstairs.
How about we start cleaning this up. Everyone take their blindfolds off.
This is literally weapons grown up. I agree.
Shit.
I've already given multiple commands to clear the room and get out of here, but no one's moving. Apparently they're taking this pretty serious.
Okay, I have some messed up perspective on this. Not like it happened to me personally, but like, isn't it harder not to laugh when you know everybody else in the same room is not trying to laugh? And like you all are like not wearing a shirt and you have like bandanas on your eyes and like you're all covered in like poo-poo caca. And then like I would look to the guy next to me and I'd be like, oh, I can't laugh.
Yes.
You in charge?
You said.
Still haven't found out who's in charge?
Might want to ask our house dad.
Where's he at?
Summit. Working at Summit.
Summit, that's cool.
So,
So,
you have
obviously,
someone else coming here? Is there
yeah,
anything I can do?
lieutenant's coming.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Definitely figure out why you wouldn't let me pass you initially.
Questionable.
Yeah.
This is so weird.
I get it.
I get it.
I would probably be calling your house dad or whoever
This is
to
awkward.
get him here,
I
since ultimately
wish I could.
he's probably in charge, right? Unless someone else is in charge.
A lot of
Dude, from the perspective of the people in the room, do they think that maybe this is a test and these are maybe like male strippers dressed as cops? And then they're gonna come in and start dancing?
I don't have his numbers.
Yeah.
Which Russian is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys know how the fire alarm got set off? Or is it just from? It's manual. Goes off.
So it's this one, the hallway here.
How I got set off, I'm not sure.
Oh.
I
I
don't
didn't
think
do
it was
it.
down here. It's upstairs.
I can tell you it was this one. It was
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're supposed to stay.
Is this how my units feel when I make them sleep in Civ? They just stand there and can do nothing.
You guys had to do this too, huh? No. I don't know what this is. I mean, it's not like you guys didn't know there was 15, 20 people down in your basement.
He's trying to be casual about it.
Not that dumb. It's fine.
How
I'm
did
getting
they
a little
get there?
frustrated that no one's telling me who's in charge of what's going on right
help
here.
you out.
Dude, imagine they are keeping quiet for like a lawyer, and then you go up to like, I don't know, Saul Goodman the next day, and you're like, hey, we were all naked in a basement. Can you help?
But I'm not in charge.
We said nothing. We said absolutely nothing.
I'd like to help you, but I'm not in charge. Yeah. I mean, we asked you to call your house, Dad. And you said, I don't have his order. Like, I mean,
How do you not? He's your house dad. How do you not have his
I
number?
don't see you.
Okay, and what are you doing here?
He's a living. He lives upstairs.
Oh,
Oh.
so you do live here.
No, I don't. Yeah.
Wait, so they have the big frat house and nobody actually lives there except for the guy who owns the house? I didn't know that. I'm gonna be honest, my perception of a frat house was that everybody hung out, ate pizza, drank like, I don't know, what is it called, Red Surge or whatever, and then like played Crash Bandicoot all night together. I didn't know they all went home.
Well, your buddy here is saying different.
So my name's Lieutenant Carlson, University of Police Department. Who's in charge of the house?
Our house dad's at Summit.
Okay, we need him now.
He's at Summit.
Okay, can we get? So here's the deal. From what I'm being told, this is like shutting down chapter type stuff. I
Really?
need to start talking now.
It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that's fine. I need to talk to people.
You call Summit.
Can I call someone?
Yep.
I'm not calling.
He's
someone.
streaming
I have
right
no
now.
contact with Summit. You're
Sorry.
not really very helpful.
No, they're
Nobody
not.
in here has any way to contact the guy that's in charge of this house.
So
This is
awkward.
all going in the department. So we're only making the situation that much worse.
I have no contact.
Okay, we need to find somebody that does.
I don't know, the residents in this house are really evil.
No one does. He's a house dad.
Aren't you all supposed to have contact with him?
I never see him.
What's his name?
Eric.
Eric, you don't know his last name?
Cartman?
A couple different code violations.
So what's going on in here? You don't know?
Yeah, he never sees his house dad. He went to go get a beer and some smokes and never came home. That's kind of sad. And now, since they're all confused and don't know what to do, they just went in the basement.
You're just blocking the door so we can't see you live here. How does nobody live here then? Just hanging out?
You tell me.
No, you tell me.
I don't know.
You go to University of
I don't know. Is this the sensational sausage fest I've been missing out on? No. No. This is not the sausage fest. This is brought worse than you would have ever imagined. That's so dumb. Throw the tomatoes. I don't give a
Kyle? You do? What's your major?
Business.
Business? What's your name?
Why?
Just wondering what your name is.
Jose.
Jose? Jose, what's your last name?
No way.
Why?
Just wondering who I'm talking to.
I want to tell you that. I don't want to tell you that.
Okay, how old are you?
They talk like Oblivion NPCs. Like before you do the mini game.
21.
All right,
Don't see my ID.
yeah, you got an ID or anything to prove?
I have a question. I've never drank Mr. Bush. Is he good? Is Bush good? Men be like, I don't care if it's Bush or not. Alright, sorry.
I think it's fake.
Huh?
I think it's fake.
What? He handed over his ID and then gave up the game? Frame 1, he said this shit fake. Okay.
You think it's fake? You think it's fake or you know it's fake? There's two different things there. Campus 142, one by DL, number at Iowa when you're ready.
It's definitely not Jose.
I go by Jose.
Do not let this guy in an Among Us lobby.
I need to step over here.
I'll step inside.
Okay.
Is everybody still down here? Oh my god, they listened to the whole
Is anyone
thing?
in here that needs medical attention? Is anyone here that is against their will?
I mean, I know it's a good question,
Is there
but
anyone
like,
here who is not participating in this? I.e. a leader?
this is so weird.
Is there anyone with any sort of physical injury?
No. They're like mind controlled. They're like the residents of Bikini Bottom with the buckets on their head.
I'm almost. It's almost like we're something about. With the guy standing here.
This is wild. Is he wearing a tie? If he showed up in a tie and I wasn't wearing one, I'd be like, damn, I did not know this was a business casual event. My bad.
What's all over you guys?
You don't want to know.
It's just water.
Just walk.
Oh. Wait, he said it. He said it so sad.
Water. What's on that dude's tie?
I'm not sure if someone.
You? Come here.
Serena.
Did he say that's not mine? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Does everybody get their own Pokemon? What did he mean by that? Hello?
Does it look like it's.
Nope. You're gonna stand right over there.
Why?
Because I'm telling you to.
It's my house.
It's your house. You're responsible for everything that
I'm
happened
in this
today.
fraternity, so.
So, okay.
Yeah,
Check in
no
right
way,
there.
Jose. I have a question because I was never in a fraternity. Like, do you guys do anything fun? Like, is this the fun? I'm just confused on what else you do. You're looking at it. That's it? Oh, you have a party? Oh, that's not fun.
Get up against the wall. Come over here.
Oh no.
You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna stand with your buddy over here.
Oh no.
Milliken, take these two, ask them questions about what's going on their arms. So, are you responsible for the house? No? Okay, who's the house dad?
I just told you he works at f***ing Summit. We'll call him.
He's an
Go
editor
there.
full
What's his
time.
name? Eric, I told
Okay.
you. Why are you asking me?
Because it sounds like you're responsible for the house.
No,
Sounds like you have some idea of what's going on.
no.
You're not very forthcoming with everything.
How about you ask the f***ing house dad? Who do you?
Whoa! Whoa! Keep it on Call of Duty. Why are we talking like this?
30 years
These two
old.
we're trying to get a hold of.
Okay, go call him.
You're definitely.
Please.
Attitude.
Stay right there.
Oh, I'm still echoing. I'm sorry. My bad.
You guys got IDs on you?
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at them. Step back. I don't know you, dude.
This is
Back up.
private property. I can stay here.
Yeah, but right now we're investigating something that's going on.
Investigating what? There's nothing going on.
They got a great speaker system.
Does anyone want to be forthcoming on what's going on?
I just can't. It's like a Chilla's art game, the way he pans the freaking flashlight.
Any.
This is scary.
Because you got to see it from my perspective.
I broke my phone.
What the did I just walk into?
Celebration.
Nobody?
Celebration! Oh, yeah, it's my birthday. Don't worry. Chucky will be here in like 10 minutes.
Celebration or what?
Of life.
Okay,
Of
sweet.
life? Okay, that is like a cult thing. I don't know. The way he said that was kind of scary. What? Sorry, that was my hex bug.
Okay, you two. The reason I pulled you guys aside.
Do we gotta get
We're
the
here for
crotch
public
cam?
safety at this point. What's on your arms?
Oh.
Where you guys go?
Also, don't you have to pay to be in a fraternity? Like, you paid to be down here and just like rubbing on some other dude's nipples?
Go now. $127. Can I get you back down here? What's on your neck?
I don't know. I can't see.
That looks like blood, is it? Shining your light.
What?
Is it blood?
This guy is devious. Yeah, you guys said earlier the guy gargling gravel? He has an evil aura. Something about him's a little sinister.
That's what I'm asking.
Want to taste it?
No.
Okay.
Oh, ew! Not the Gordon Ramsay approach. Oh, hell nah! Yeah, officer, you want me to lick it off of him? Look at that guy's face! He broke character.
Do you see why we're here? Why we're asking questions?
I don't know. You got the wrong guy.
That guy right there is about to lose it. Yeah, I think you're right. I think maybe if they took the hoodie guy away and then they talked to them individually, maybe somebody would say something. But this also has to be like a crowd, right? Like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, if it's a crowd of people, they feel like they're gonna be like ratted out if they say something. Like, kind of not like herd mentality. What am I thinking of? There's definitely a word for it.
I was gonna ask this.
Yeah, like bystander effect, like mob mentality. Like nobody's gonna speak up, especially in front of the hoodie guy. Yeah, he's gotta be the house daddy. I'm being honest. Like, there's something about him. He definitely is like making up this Eric and Summit 1G dude.
Guys questions, and then he told them all to start heading out.
What's up?
I was gonna ask those two guys questions, but then they all started falling out.
They left.
No, I stopped them, but he was.
Misunderstood. Did you pull these guys out?
No, I went to go talk to those guys, and then they started coming out.
Why did we come out?
So I said that. I said they should come out.
You said it?
I did.
So you're in charge. I know you said you're not in charge.
Not in charge.
Okay. You president?
Yes.
Let's step with the-
Yeah, actually, I have a question. I've never been arrested, but just in case I do get arrested eventually, like, are you allowed to say nothing? Like, is he allowed to just sit there and say, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know? Or are you, like, obstructing? Like, at what point does it become, like, you're the problem and you get in trouble for that? Yes? See, yeah, that's what I thought. So, like, maybe he's allowed to not say nothing, but, like, he can't get in trouble for that, right?
The officers finally speak to the fraternity president.
Oh, they
I'm going to
found
tell you
him.
first and foremost, I'm a little frustrated, but we're going to get through it, okay? What's going on tonight?
It's their lead up to initiation.
What?
Okay. Yeah. What's the deal with what are we doing in the basement?
It's basically a ritual where they're blindfolded
What?
Okay.
and get messed with.
Dude, they did this at a school in Houston where everybody had to bring a candle, and if you were a freshman, you had to stand in a giant circle around the fountain in the middle of campus, and then they teach you a chant and you all say it together. And this is not like a fraternity. This is just like normal. Like if you go there, you do that.
Okay. So the entire time that we've been here, which has now been, I think, 15, 20 minutes, we have been demanding to speak to somebody in charge where nobody knows you, apparently, in the house.
Oh, he hooted
Nobody knows
him.
who's in charge. Like, here's the deal. We have a hazing event, right? We're going to do a report because we responded to a fire alarm.
Uh-oh.
Which we were trying to get people to evacuate because of the fire alarm. But from my understanding, you guys refused to evacuate from a fire alarm.
Yeah.
After an officer is ordering everybody to vacate the premise. And then on top of that,
I'd be spamming.
we find this hazing event. We want to speak to somebody. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anyone. Nobody knows what's going on.
You're right.
This is going in a report. The University of Iowa is going to see this.
Okay.
And with the stuff going around across the country, students dying from hazing events, I'm not saying it's to that level.
It's not.
I'm not saying any, but the university has a very,
That is
very
crazy.
strict policy on hazing.
Is this in every state where you're not allowed to do this anymore because people are going so extreme? Or is this just like a select number? Actually, let's educate ourselves a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of knowledge. Is hazing banned in how many states? Did I Google that incorrectly? Yes, but is it going to work? Absolutely. 44 states. The only states without laws are Alaska, Hawaii, Montana, New Mexico, South Dakota, and Wyoming. I'm actually surprised. I thought Texas was going to have no hazing. What is hazing? So, like, hazing is like if you join a fraternity, you have to prove that you're loyal by doing, like, their series of unfortunate events.
If I can't talk to people and if people aren't going to cooperate with me, That's their right. They don't have to speak to me. However, that means only my observations are going to go into this report. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to look worse than if people can kind of explain to us what's going on, right? Because then I can at least put your guys' side of the story in it as well. So I guess I want to know what we got going on. Like, you're saying it's a ritual prior to initiation?
Yes.
Okay. I guess.
Yeah, he is being pretty chill. I agree with you, Isai. He's like kind of, I don't know, he's trying to get the whole story, but he's not being like rude or like abrasive. He's being a good guy.
I'm
Good
asking
cop.
for
Yeah,
some
good cop. Love you, cop.
cooperation and some coordination with your people here to just tell your people like, hey, if that's what people need to do, just politely tell us that, right? So I guess I'm looking for you to kind of be a leader here and help us out a little bit and start trying to keep everybody in line.
He's just gonna say,
Okay, let's go back to
I just want to, if we can get that guy out of there, I just want to coordinate some way to make sure that there's no injuries, there's nothing.
where did
They're
which
downstairs.
president?
It's that guy.
I just texted him. I said, I told him you gotta leave.
I'd walk him out.
this guy's definitely rage baiting the cop. I feel like it's this is like a tiered system, if that makes sense. Like, he's scared that if he's the one who says, hey, we did this because of this and that and this and that, then the guys above him are gonna do something worse than what's happening right now. Like, he's scared. There's bigger men.
Your guys' house.
Okay.
However, if the supervisor of the house, president, says he is not welcome here, then I'm going to escort him off property.
I think
If he refuses that, then he's going to be arrested.
Yeah,
We'll walk him out. Yep.
Okay,
We'll make sure of that.
I would take care of that because
Because you have to think, if these are the guys not downstairs, like, naked and, like, having to do the hazing, that means that they already did theirs. So, like, they know how bad things can get, so they just don't want to mess up, and then they get in trouble, and then we don't even know what would happen to them if they said what happened.
the longer he stays here, I mean, he's getting close to being arrested.
The next day, police pay a visit to Joseph's apartment after he was very uncooperative the day before.
Uh-oh.
After 10 minutes of talking, he again proved to be uncooperative.
I'm just laughing at the picture of the cow. Hello, Bessie.
And difficult to deal with.
So you interjecting yourself into that conversation, what good does that?
They don't need to talk to the cops. I don't even
Why are
speak to
you
right
deciding who they need to talk to, though?
now. I'm just saying, they're my buddies. They're my friends.
Right. The police are doing an investigation.
About what?
They're trying to figure out what's going on in that
What is?
room.
What was going on in the room? What have you heard?
Damn.
So they're doing an investigation.
Yep.
You don't dictate the investigation.
Why does his voice sound rough? He was probably the guy yelling at everybody in the basement. He's probably like, drop and give me 20! Yeah! Start running in circles! Level up that sneak stat! Hurry!
Right?
Yeah,
That's for the
I
police.
know.
That's for us to investigate.
Hierarchy.
Right?
Yeah, I get
Right. You understand that.
that. Yeah.
So why are you dictating who the police can talk to and can't talk to?
I'm just telling my buddies not to talk to them. That's it.
Okay. So you're interfering with the police officers.
Not at all.
job.
Not at all.
But
He never said, "Oh, if you don't get away, you're getting arrested." He never said that word.
He did tell you
mocking.
so. He
I
told you
sat
to
there
walk
for a
away.
second, and then he said it again. I walked away.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
So he asked you
I
to
would
walk away.
like to end this conversation right now, please.
Okay.
I would like to have a word here.
He's definitely putting this on
And
Yik
if there's
Yak.
anything actually happening, you can call me again. But it's been a pleasure. Thanks, fellas.
I like how he has a one Coors Light sign on the wall. Male living space. It's not even on.
So I didn't catch your name.
What is he watching? Oh, he's watching the news.
So this is Lieutenant Travis Tyrell.
Travis.
122. I'll take you.
Guys, I warned you and I will warn you again. I'm going to say it really, really fast. Be careful if you put LED lights on your walls, because apparently what happens is that there's baby spiders that go in there when they're laid by the mommy, and then they like explode one day and they go everywhere, and also there's a lot of dust, so be careful.
What'd you say your name was?
Joseph.
All right. Joseph?
Wait, did he say Justin or Joseph?
What'd you say your name was?
Joseph.
Oh.
All right. Joseph?
He said Justin.
All right, so unfortunately for you, at this point,
Don't point at me like was a little wild.
Point, you're being placed under arrest.
Oh, I gotta see that again.
All right, so unfortunately for you, at this point, you're being placed under arrest.
I love this guy's body cam though, because if you watch the entire thing, you can see his hands moving all the time. I feel like I'm the cop.
You can put your hands behind your back.
In jail!
Joseph was arrested for interference with official acts in connection with the hazing incident.
He looked like he don't give a...
Those charges would be dropped a year later. The Alpha Delta Phi fraternity was suspended through 2029 for hazing.
Oh. Well, that was a very interesting body cam. I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea where that was going, but he went to jail. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I super appreciate it. If you're new here, come by the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/BerryCrepe. Or you can use code Berry for 10% off your Gamer Subs order, and it helps me one day get a booba cup and maybe a Dwinkie, so that would be great. Have a great evening. Goodbye, YouTube! Goodbye! Don't get arrested! Okay, actually saying don't get arrested is kind of bad because that implies do crime, but just don't get caught. You know what I meant, you know what I meant, you know what I meant.